What up, what up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk, a channel where we discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So in today's episode, I'm going to discuss what I call the three pillars of wealth. What are the three pillars of wealth? Now, I got an email from this guy, from this YouTuber named Ryan Pineda. Follow him. Been following him for maybe almost about a year now. And he has some very interesting concepts about wealth and how to build wealth. And so he's one of what I would call one of my YouTube mentors. I don't know him personally. I would like to go out there and meet him personally. He has this golf meetup that he does in Vegas. He lives in Vegas. And he does this golf meetup. It's a pretty penny to play golf with him, but one thing I've learned about building wealth is that you have to spend money to gain money. Even when it comes down to gaining knowledge, sometimes you have to spend money to gain knowledge. And you'll find out that a lot of wealthy people actually spent money to pay for mentors and advisors and folks that actually gave them a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of mentorship in order for them to build wealth themselves. So I wouldn't mind, going out there and paying a little pretty penny to go meet him. I think he would have some very interesting things to let me know about how to build wealth. But getting back to what I'm going to go over today. So he does this email campaign where he emails all of his subscribers every day. I'm pretty sure some automated, but he has a team that probably does email traffic to bring information to folks that subscribe to him. So I got an email today, and the email had four. I call them pillars. The email didn't say pillars, but that's what I call them. So the four things he had in that email is financial wealth, social wealth, time wealth, and physical wealth. So I'm gonna go ahead and break down in my interpretation what those four things are. So financial wealth is definitely obvious. You get to the point of your life to where you have assets that are making you money, and you don't have to work anymore. That's my interpretation of wealth. I'm in the IT field, as I said before, and I could definitely scale myself to the point if I keep at it in this civilian sector, to where if I get enough certification and get enough experience with cloud infrastructure and a couple other things that deals with cybersecurity, I can easily make $300,000 a year. And I mean, that's nothing to shake a stick at. I can easily make that if I get the certification and the experience along with it. I met a guy in DC about a month ago that works for Amazon, and that's what he does. He does cloud infrastructure, and he makes $300,000 a year. So, and don't take this the wrong way, but I mean, to the average person that doesn't understand how money works, they would think that would be a lot of money. And I mean, to a certain degree, it is. It obviously is, but the thing is that he's still working for money. So unless he has investments in assets, if he loses that job, that $300,000 goes away, right? So that's not my interpretation of wealth. Financial wealth is you have assets, you have enough assets to where you literally don't have to work anymore. Or you have a business that brings you income, and you're, not the CEO, but the owner, right? The CEO still has to work, right? And I'm not saying the owner doesn't either, but if you're the owner and you're collecting a certain percentage of that particular business, for the most part, you're probably not working that much, right? So that's my interpretation of financial wealth. Social wealth is you have status, whether it be online, in your community, things of that nature, right? Celebrities have social wealth. YouTubers, depending on how many followers they have and how much of an impact they have on the internet, they have social wealth. And social wealth doesn't have to be a situation to where you're like globally famous. You could be socially wealthy in your own community. And to be quite honest, and for me, I would rather be socially known in my community to a certain degree than outside the community. That's in my personal opinion, because, in my personal opinion, having a personal business that benefits my community I'll be content with that versus being globally famous. Now, if God, put me in that position, then, to God be the glory, and, I'm going to accept what God gives me, right? But I'll be content with being socially wealthy in my community. So that's social wealth. Time wealth. So I would say that this is probably one of the most important things that comes with working, right? Because there's so many times where, and even for myself and for other folks that I've seen, like one of the first things they ask their employees is, what is your vacation policy? How much PTO did you give? How many sick days you give? Because time is very important. You got folks that sacrifice their medical condition and their physical health because they don't have the time to take off to even go to doctor's appointments. And it's crazy, there's certain countries that I believe that actually have 4-day work weeks. And, there's some countries that give a whole bunch of sick time to folks if they need it. America's not like that. So, you really have to really be in a position to where you're able to get the time off for you to be able to take care of yourself. But a lot of folks are not in that position. You got some jobs that don't even give PTO. Or they don't give time off. It's crazy. So for you to be able to make money and then have time to do the things you want to do, that's fine. That's time wealth. That is the bottom definition of time wealth. Being able to have your time, but also being able to take care of yourself financially and everything else, right? And then the last one is physical wealth. So I talk about this a lot on this channel. That's the reason why I named the channel Finance, Fitness, and Folk, right? The channel where we discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, right? And talk about some folk. So physical wealth is very important as well, because like I said before in a couple of the videos, if you don't have your health, you're just in a bad situation, y'all. I'm just telling you. You are in a bad situation if you don't have your physical health. Because if you're sick, you cannot enjoy the fruits of your labor. You cannot enjoy the things, like you can't enjoy your money, you can't enjoy your family, you can't enjoy hobbies that you have. You're just in a bad situation. So physical wealth is definitely a very important aspect. All four are. And in that email campaign that he did, Ryan Pineda, I think that what he was trying to convey was, these are the four things that contribute to overall wealth of folks. But the key is that being able to do all four. And a lot of folks are not able to do that and have all four. But what I will say, in my personal opinion, he didn't say this in the email campaign, but in my personal opinion, the only folks in America, I'm not sure about how other countries are, right? But in America, the only folks that I would think they'll be able to have all four and be able to prosper with all four are business owners. And the reason why I say that, because if you have a business that scales enough, you're going to have financial wealth, because that business is going to bring in income that you don't have to necessarily work for. You're going to have social wealth, because if you scale, your name is going to be out there. You cannot scale and not be known, right? That's the reason why he probably does the email campaigns, he has a YouTube channel. You have to have social wealth in order for you to even get the financial backing for a lot of things, especially when it comes to business. You got to get your name out there. Time wealth. So eventually, once you're able to make money on your own and you have that status, that social wealth, then your time is, you're basically, the money is buying you time back. The money that you're making residually is buying you time back. And then, of course, the physical wealth. So I'm not working anymore for my money. So I got all the time to go out here and, work out, run, jog, lift weights, go to nice restaurants, whatever the case may be, right? So those are what I consider the four pillars of wealth, right? And I'm telling you right now, in order for you to be able to get all four, you have to be able to own a business and be able to have assets that create income for yourself. Not every person that watches the channel is going to be able to achieve all four. And that's fine, that's fine. But what I will say is that being able to at least try to achieve all four will definitely be a challenge that I will give to you to be able to try to achieve. Because once you get all 4, then life becomes a whole lot easier for you. All right. So like, comment, and subscribe. I'm almost at 20 subscribers. I'm on the road to 100, right? So we're going to keep this thing moving, and I'm going to keep pushing these videos out to give you leverage to better yourselves in life. Finite Fitness and Folk, Triple F. I'm gone.